Recording live. Can you say something real quick?
Test. Mike testicles.
All right. Perfect. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. This episode of Quit Stalling is brought to you by Jinx.com. Use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366 at checkout to get 10% off of your geek gear. Use the promo code QUITSTALLING_366 to get 10% off of your checkout. Welcome, everyone, to Quit Stalling. Dude, we're on episode 30.
3-0.
3-0.
I'm never going to get over that little fist pump thing you got me doing in the intro, man. Like, I see it. Like, for real, there's so many, like, and you, like, we were just talking about this off air. Like, my thing is I'm wearing a hat, and then you pick the one thing where I'm not wearing a hat. It's like the one clip where it's like one of the few shows where I didn't wear a hat.
I'll fix that in editing. I'll put a hat over you while you're
So you still want this? Like, you just want me to, like, you just superimpose a hat. Oh, Lord.
We'll get a different dancing clip, and we'll find a different dancing clip, and I'll use that.
I know there is. There has to be one.
There's probably there probably is a bunch. You know, we always love dancing to the Quit Stalling intro because it is a good song. Really happy. I've never mentioned this, so I think I should start doing it. The intro is brought to us by bensound.com, so head on over to bensound.com and check that out. They have a bunch of license-free music that you guys can check out. It's really good. I use it for all the shows, so head on over to bensound.com. James, man,
How's it going?
The year has gone by really quick. We're already on April, dude.
No, it's pretty crazy. Like, what's today? April what?
April the 3rd. It's Monday.
Oh, it's the 3rd already. Shucks.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, I kind of just zoomed by, like, April Fool's Day. Like, normally I make a bigger thing of it, but I don't know. Like, I just totally slipped by. Like, April it kind of shifted into April. I was like, March. And then all of a sudden it's April. I was like, what happened? What?
Yeah, and I tried as much as possible. Oh, yeah, I remember. Like, for me, though, I try as much as possible to stay offline on April because you never know what's real and what's not.
No, that's true. It
can get hella annoying, man.
That is very true. When is... Oh, that's a Thursday. Okay.
Yeah,
no, I was looking up the date.
Oh, okay.
Of my favorite holiday.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to the show where two men, both of the same gender, hopefully, unless you're hiding something from me, James, since the last time we spoke.
No, sir.
Talk over the internet and pretend to know things. With me today, as he is on most of my shows nowadays, because I love this man right here, all the way from East Asia, the home of Shalong Bao, James Gutierrez. James, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good. I just got back from the beach. I went to the beach over the weekend. Nice, relaxing. As you can see, I got the little rosy cheeks going on.
It's working. Yeah.
Thank you. I didn't realize it was spring break out here, so I went to this beach that, like, was super crowded with all these college kids. And college kids at this point annoy me. Like, they're too loud.
We're at that age. You
know, I'm just like, I was not this loud. And then, you know, I think back to it. You knew me back then. I probably was that loud. But
you're probably louder than all those kids.
Probably, man. And then, like, I rented what I think the highlight of the trip was I snuck onto a beach party, which was pretty cool.
Okay.
and then I rented a scooter. I had to convince them because they usually, if you rent any motorcycle or like a car or whatever, you need an international license. I don't
Yeah.
have mine. I only have my Philippine local license. But then
Yeah.
it has like a little bit provision that I could drive a motorcycle on it. So I convinced the lady to let me rent a motorcycle or a
Oh,
scooter, really. But then
through
I just went
someone.
for a ride. Like it was
Yeah.
cool. I went for a pretty long ride on Sunday, just checking out the area, like the peninsula and whatnot. I went to the
Oh,
most southern part of the
nice.
of Taiwan, and then I went around this area. There's a beach out here that it was like
Okay.
it's called like Bashai Beach or something like that. I didn't know it was kind of famous, but it's where they filmed some of the scenes from Life of Pi, because Ang
Oh,
Lee is
sweet.
Taiwanese. It's
Okay.
also where
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
filmed this popular Chinese film called Cape Number Seven.
Cape. No. Okay. Is that a local film over there? Like a Taiwanese film?
It's either local or mainland China. I don't recall. Sorry
Okay.
about if you hear a noise, that's on my end. It
I was
sounds like
like,
an ice cream truck,
I was gonna
but
say. I was gonna say.
yeah, it sounds like an ice cream truck, but it's the garbage man. How they do it out here is like they have so you don't leave garbage on the outside to be picked up. They
Uh
get this
huh.
garbage man to come by, play some songs, and then everyone comes down and like drops their garbage in the garbage truck. Like for real, I'm not even kidding about that. Like I was told about that when I first got to Taiwan. I was like, no way. And then like every city I've been in, they do the same thing.
Wow. That's unique, dude. I don't
Yeah,
think I've
yeah,
ever heard of anything like that.
same man. So yeah, it'll pass by in a few minutes. But yeah, this weekend was pretty chill. It was good to relax. I needed it. It's still a 4-day weekend out here. I have no official work tomorrow,
Okay.
technically. But I'm still working. Like I got work to do tonight. I got work to do tomorrow. I'm coming towards the tail end of my time here in Taiwan.
Okay.
Looking forward to get back up to the northern part of the country because there's a lot to do that I didn't get a chance to do when I was up there. I had
Okay.
plenty of fun down here in the south, very productive as well. But
Sweet.
go up north, gonna finish strong. Trying to get some of that kaching kaching. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yes.
yeah, it was a pretty relaxing weekend,
Yeah,
good
because it
time.
was a long weekend, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds like an amazing long weekend. So everything was solo for you?
Yeah, pretty much solo flight. I went out there. I ran into some people that are from Tainan, where I'm staying now. I ran into a former classmate from La Salle,
Oh
and
wow!
yeah, super random. She
What
she was
are the
like
odds?
waiting at 7-Eleven when I was going to 7. She looked at me. It was funny because she goes up to me. She's like, "Hey, you look familiar," and I was like, "Yeah, you look familiar." And then she goes, are you from the Philippines? Are you like a celebrity?" And I was like, "What? Ah!"
Thank you
Not
everyone
yet.
for
Nah.
joining us on Quit Stalling episode 30. We'll see you next time. She thought you were a celebrity?
Hey, it's cool. It's
No, I
cool.
mean, I don't mean any offense. I don't mean any offense, but that's
I look like the typical.
wow.
I fit that typical half-breed celebrity build, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
you do.
that's it. I could pass for one of those. Come in and be on Wow Wow We, dance a little bit. Not like sexy dancing, but I'll just do a
Yeah,
little like twist or something like that. Yeah, that's me. And so it was cool. I met some of like she's here with her classmates. They're taking masters or something like that. She
oh,
was Leacom. She was like a psych and I think marketing, but she dropped the psych. And I think we had a class or two together,
okay.
or like maybe
You
some
want to give her a
majors.
shout out? You want to give her a shout out?
What's up, Rhea? Thanks for tuning in. If you are listening, I'll make
Wait,
sure
what's
to
her
link
name? Like, let's
Rhea. Rhea
let's give her a chance. We'll tag her on Facebook and see what happens.
for sure. Maybe not because I kind of just said all what I said. We'll just share it, and
Well,
if anybody watches it,
if there's a
it's cool.
friend of Rhea out there who watches the show, because we have over 8 viewers.
Viewers, man, we growing. I remember back in the days when we only had 5. Uh,
We're hitting the big time, man.
How was your weekend, buddy?
It was relatively quiet compared to your magnificent beach trip. Like I mentioned on the last show, I just had some D&D on Saturday with a bunch of our friends. It was pretty quiet, you know. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and it's always great to catch up with those guys. So for me, it was really tame. I mean, we've only had like 3 days between the shows, but usually I have like some weird story, but all the weird stories that I found out about over the weekend, I can't tell on the air. So. Shout out to Matthew Manankill. Hi, Mighty.
When I get back, man, I want to do a D&D night. I got a super tight schedule, but I'll work it in.
Okay.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, for real, man. I brought it up to the guys, and let's see if James can hack it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking was gonna happen. They're like, yeah, sure, he wants to play, but he's out. I'll be like, man, I know all you niggas. Come on, man. Come on, I'm trying here. Come on.
No, the fun thing about our group of D&D players is it's not about the stats. It's more about like the role playing and stuff, and so it gets really fun. So I think you'll enjoy.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it, man.
All right, so I think on that note, we should get into the news. Here we go.
Yes, I see. Good news, everyone.
All right, it's the news. First things first. I'm a realist. Over April Fools, man. You were mentioning April Fools is your favorite holiday. We got some Rick and Morty April Fools, dude.
I know. I saw it and I didn't believe it at first. I was like, because admittedly I saw it and because I was looking for Samurai Jack, you know, and I was a little annoyed. I'm like, Samurai Jack got delayed because of this. What is? Oh!
I felt for me, I was so taken aback by Rick and Morty that I forgot that Samurai Jack was supposed to be released yesterday.
Yeah.
And then when I started to gather myself, I was like, wait, where's Samurai Jack? You know, and then, you know, they explained that they pushed Jack's new episode back by a week to make room for this April Fool's joke, where they released the Rick and Morty first episode of season 3 on Adult Swim streaming. And of course, the second people caught wind, you know, you started getting like bootlegs and streaming from not Adult Swim everywhere, and it was great, dude. The episode was so good.
It was. Because I saw some of the like season 3 has been long coming, and I've seen some of the whole some of the animation that they had released way prior, and I was expecting some of that to come into this, but it was a welcome start to what looks like to be a great season. I think that this is going to be, because I love Rick and Morty. I just really do. I mean, it's hilarious. It's actually a lot deeper than it actually plays out to be.
It's like the iceberg of TV shows.
I agree. And so for those of you who haven't watched it yet, why don't you hit that spoiler alert thing? Why don't you hit that?
I don't want to press the wrong button by accident, so I'm going to check real quick which one it is. All right, and here we go.
Holy spoiler alert!
Okay. It was so cool to see Rick like take on all the other Ricks.
Yes.
And I think that because he's the Rickest Rick of them all, like
which they make mention of on the episode.
Exactly, and then it plays on all of the classic Rick and Morty, but then it adds some new elements to it, and I like how they played out Jerry, because to be honest, I never really liked Jerry. He was so annoying in that show. So frustrating.
So while we're on Jerry, dude, I thought Jerry was gonna be that guy who was gonna be the sane one in a world of madness, but it turns out he's the most annoying character in that entire show. So dinner's coming up, but talking about Rick and Morty, dude, like it was such a good episode, and you mentioned the animation that was released in Comic-Con and other conventions prior. I think that's why it's taken so long for the season to come out, is they've had so many ideas and so many iterations of certain scenes and episodes that they've had to push it back because they couldn't decide, okay, which one's the final idea, like which one is the good one that we're sticking with. You know, I think that's why it's taken so long to release this season.
That makes sense. I mean, it seems that they really wanted it to come together in a way that can really tell the story. And I like when they do that, when they take time to really put it together. They don't just rush it to get it out there. Because other cartoons, other shows really kind of just rushed it because it's got so much hype. And then it kind of falls flat. I don't want to name any names, just some shows in the past that I've seen.
Most definitely.
But it seems that Rick and Morty, I like the end. He's like, how it all just boils down to the freaking Mulan Szechuan sauce, man. That's all it's all about. The Mulan Szechuan sauce.
Did we get that here, or where were you at the time of Mulan?
I was in the States. Yeah, I remember the Mulan Szechuan sauce. That shit was dope.
It was really good. Like they weren't hyping it on the episode.
No, they weren't overhyping it. Like Mulan Szechuan sauce was really good. It's like they took the sweet and sour sauce of McDonald's and they made it better. Like it's got a little bit of a little kick to it. It was really good. It was, and then they discontinued it. You know, because it was just for promotional purposes for Mulan. But man, I remember that. I do remember that song.
Like, I'm jealous that you got to taste it, because the way they talk about it. So for those of you who haven't seen the episode yet, again, sorry for the spoilers, but what me and James are talking about are Rick actually loves the promotional sauce that came out with through McDonald's with the 6-piece or with the chicken nuggets back when the Disney Mulan movie was being released, and he loved it so much that he has such good memories of it. Like, and the episode revolves around it, and it's so good. Just watch the episode.
Did you know though? Like after the episode came out, now Rick and Morty fans are petitioning McDonald's to re-release the Szechuan sauce. Like,
I've been seeing the buzz, and I may have my hands in the higher ups of McDonald's, so I may play a role in this, James. I may play a role in this. Out there, I want to try the sauce.
Bring it back, please.
Please. So, yeah, man. Like, it was so good, and like you mentioned, no one would have thought that they'd release it on April 1st, because that is the time where you, like I said earlier, where you really don't take anything seriously online.
But that's so Rick and Morty to do that.
Yes,
it's so Rick and Morty to be like,
and it's so Dan Harmon.
It's fake, but it's not, bitch.
Suck it. Here's an episode that and they played it for 3 hours on the streaming service, and like over on loop, and like good for them, man. It was such a good thing, and this is one of the reasons why I love Dan Harmon, the creator of Community and Rick and Morty and Harmon Quest, Harmon Town. Like, obviously not a narcissist.
Invader Zim, right?
Was that him, or was that Butch Hartman? Invader Zim. Invader Zim. No, Invader Zim was Jonen Vasquez.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. He did not, because he did something else that I really liked also. Other than Invader Zim.
Okay, you have to check out Harmon Quest if you want to get into that whole D&D thing. I'll link you on Facebook later.
Sounds good.
All right, more news real quick. Let's get to it. Assassin's Creed finally gets a TV show greenlit. We're just gonna zoom over this because There's not much info on it yet, but I just wanted to bring it up because it's pretty cool. Assassin's Creed is a huge franchise from Ubisoft. They're releasing a game almost yearly, which to the detriment of the game. But it's a beloved franchise, so good news for EU Assassin's Creed fans. Jumanji finally gets a full title. So Kevin Hart, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Amy Pond, whose name I always forget, Nebula. Karen Gillan. They're starring in a new Jumanji movie, and it's fine. We finally get the real title, and it's gonna be called Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. like James, we're on the same wavelength, man. It looks. I've seen a few behind the scenes things, and The Rock and Kevin Hart are a great pair. Although their movie together wasn't that good, I'm sure this will be better. I'm hoping this is better because those guys are just electrifying together. No pun intended.
They are. What was that movie?
Central Intelligence.
Yeah, that was a pretty funny film.
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah, I watched it. It showed a fat Rock, and that was funny.
It could have been so much better though if they just took a little more time and not rested on like the fart joke style humor.
I like fart jokes though, so
it works. Yeah, for what it is, it's good. It's a movie you could. You could sit down, have some popcorn, just hang out with some friends and watch it and have a good time. All right.
I agree.
Yeah. So, in other news, we have a Black Lightning, and that it really sounds kind of racist when you say it, doesn't it?
Only because he's black. That's the thing.
That's the thing. Let's just get
African American lightning would be weird.
Jefferson Pierce, the titular hero of.
You got this. No, the what? The what?
The lead hero of the new DCCW TV show, known as Black Lightning, will be played by Cress Williams, and this is our first promotional photo of Black Lightning, and he looks pretty good. He's very Static Shocky, very very Black Lightning meets Static Shock, and he looks badass, dude.
He does. It looks kind of like Black Bolt, though, to be honest.
Oh, a little bit, yeah. Let me see if I can get
like Black Bolt.
Let me see if I could zoom out a bit. I'm gonna try and get a better picture. But yeah, you are completely right. You are not wrong. There, yeah, he's got that whole lightning. Yeah, he does look a bit like Black Bolt with the two going down his chest.
Yep.
Yeah, we just talked about Black Bolt, so it's fresh in the mind. You're right. So yeah, the suit design is even though it's familiar and kind of derivative, it's still pretty good. It's not like the Black Bolt that we're getting from that Marvel TV show Inhumans. So at least this is very comic-y. Like you mentioned,
CW's been doing a good job with their comic book series. I mean, again, we talked about this. We both agree that Flash is really carrying it through.
Yeah.
Arrow's a little bit dark. I mean, people like Arrow. It started the whole CW. You got to give it credit where credit's due. It got people interested in it. Supergirl's not my thing, but hey, it's got its good moments. People like it. Legends of Tomorrow goes everywhere. It could be bad. It could be good.
You never know.
It tiptoes on that line way too much for my liking, though. Like sometimes it's just like, and then other times it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Why?
You get this whole like stretch throughout the whole second act where it's like that, where you're like, no, and then the third act just redeems it, and you're like, okay, I can't wait for the next episode. It does that so much.
Yeah.
All right, so. Black Lightning, man, looking good. Hopefully, it's gonna be good. I can't wait to see it. It's based in Atlanta, so great sight to have an African American superhero. Nice. And yeah, hopefully it turns out really good. Lastly, I don't know if you've heard of this. We're gonna wrap up the show real quick because we're trying things out. We're trying new things. We're going 30 minutes, 30 minutes or less, or your pizza's free. Here we go. We're trying this out, dude. The NBA. I saw this like a week or two ago, and I have not stopped eating PB&J since then. Apparently, the NBA, and not just one superstar, not just like two or three. Most of the teams have had pre-game meals consisting of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Really?
Really, for real. So there's an article up on ESPN.com. If you Google ESPN NBA secret addiction and then peanut butter and jelly, you will find this article like that. It'll be the first thing you'll find. It's super interesting. Turns out a lot of the NBA stars, they prefer to eat PB&J sandwiches as close to 3 hours before a game, and there's been controversy about minor controversy about the nutritionists of the teams, because each team has like a team doctor and all that, trying to boycott this for the players, and there've been revolts, because apparently the players are very into their PB&Js, and Kevin Garnett is one of those players. And it's a really interesting read because they go into the psychology of it. It's a really long article, and one of the things that's been stated is why it's such a crucial thing for the players is it's comfort food for them. It's your body reacts to food in different ways if you think of it in different ways. So even though the sugar and all that is bad for you, although peanut butter does have a lot of good protein and fats and stuff. Even though the sugar of the jelly is bad for you, the fact that you feel so good when you eat it, or the players feel good when they eat it, and they get that sense of comfort, it matters more than the negative effects of the sugar. The psychological effects outweigh the negative effects of the sugar. So it's an interesting read, and I wanted to get your take on this because it's weird. It's a weird story.
It is. It's pretty weird. I mean, I understand how comfort food can really help, if it's something that matters to you. PB&J wouldn't be on my list for comfort food, though, honestly. I've never been a big fan of PB&J. I'm not opposed to it, but, prior to a game, I'd probably prefer to eat some shawmai. You know me.
That's my boy! That's my
boy. You give me that pork and shrimp, baby. Throw on some chili. What?
And then you do some of them helicopter kicks.
Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Now that's a little racist. Anyway.
But we're Asian.
No, it's Asian. It's cool. We're Asian. Yeah. It works. Yeah.
You can't say shawmai. Only we can say shawmai.
From a psychological perspective, having that kind of getting yourself into the zone, I guess, can really be of benefit. I mean, I will check out this article. I haven't read it, but just looking at it from a perspective of, okay, it's something that they do, maybe not before every game, or maybe it's just something that they kind of do to just shake the jitters off. I think that's fine. I think it'll be very helpful to the mental state that it takes to get into a game, because half of the battle is up here. The rest is on the court, on the mat, whatever your domain is, whatever your arena is. But half of the battle's up here, and if you're already not feeling right because you're not eating right, then you're gonna lose. You lose up here, you're gonna lose on the court.
Amen. I totally agree with you, and that is the way you put it is perfect. If you feel good, and it's the same reason why some guys, like especially Michael Jordan back in his heyday, he wanted new kicks every game. Soccer players now, they change jersey mid game because when you feel good, when you look when you look good and you feel good. You eat, you're comfy with what you just ate, again, you feel good, you play good.
That's why Ronaldo got his hair fixed up at halftime. Get
me the gel. Oh, whoops. Sorry, that's my phone.
No worries.
And that is our cue to end the show, dude. This was a great show. This is a quick show, but actually, it's been one of the more fun shows, man.
I agree. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Hopefully, when we come back, we're going to see some more familiar faces. Not that I don't enjoy being on the air with you. It's just always more fun. The more the merrier.
Exactly. All right, here we go. James, where can the people at home find you when you're not on the Quit Stalling podcast?
Please check me out on Instagram when I'm not here. That's rebel_scum1980. It's right below. Hit me up with a follow. I am just starting to do that whole Instagram stories thing, so
weird.
It's weird, but hey, I'm trying it. I'm also on Snapchat, but as long as Snapchat stays alive, I'll be there. That's Phil M Hero. Check me out. I do some my Snapchat is much crazier than my Instagram, so that's the difference.
Awesome. If you want to find me outside of the Quit Stalling podcast, you can find me on GameBite. Tuesdays live at 8 p.m. Philippine time. It's on Facebook Live, so you have to go to our Facebook page, which I'll be talking about in just a little bit. But if you want to find me outside of shows, head on over to my social medias. If it's Twitter, if it's Instagram, if it's YouTube, you'll find me at Herald Plays. If you want to find more about Quit Stalling in general, head on over to www.quitstalling.us. Facebook and Twitter, Quit Stalling US. Instagram, SoundCloud, Quit Stalling. Search for Quit Stalling on YouTube, on Twitch, on iTunes, Stitcher. I have a directory. I keep forgetting to open it up. iTunes, Google Play, Pocket Casts, Digital Podcasts, Stitcher. We're there. Please download. We're everywhere now, whether you like it or not. Oh man, James, my brother, it has been a pleasure, and I will see you on the next show. I don't want to tease too much of the fans, but it might be a little Marvel related, a little Ranger related, so stick around for that, guys. See, ouch. We have so much more for you. All right.
Watch the movie before the show. Promise.
Is it out?
Yeah. So I haven't seen it yet, but I'll watch it before the show.
Yeah, no pressure, man. No pressure. We can do more Marvel stuff first before we get to some Ranger stuff. All right. We'll see you guys next time on Quit Stalling. Same bat time, same bat channel. Bye, everybody. Bye. Ooh, here we go.